Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. How's everyone doing tonight? Well, I'll give you guys a couple minutes to get on here. I wanted to pull up something really quick. Anyways, while you're getting here, this book. I have had a couple of people asking me about the Fae lately. The Fae have been making themselves known to many people. How do I know what spell best suits me? I don't know. You had to ask email me and ask me, tell me what's going on, and I'll try to help you decide. You can just give me the gist of it, like the bottom line, just like tell me what's going on, and I will I'll tell you what I think. And that's all I could do. So why would you say baby? Anyways, so this book right here, it's called The Encyclopedia of Fairies by Puri Dubose. It looks like this. And it has all kinds of fae in here. It even has it even talks about mandrake, I guess. Is that mandrake? I think so. It looks like mandrake. Hey. Yeah. Do you? Yeah, they've been popping up everywhere lately. I don't know if it's the season, like, because, they say the veil's thinning or whatever. And so everybody's been having issues with all different kinds of fairies and not just, like here in the United States, like everywhere. People all over have been messaging me, what is this? What is that? I saw this thing. And I've had a lot of spirits tell me that there's fairies around me. And I've been seeing like these little things, these little energy beings around my shop and in the house. And of course, I know that there's fairies around my house. There's everything, and that's completely fine. Hi. I see them all the time. Do you? Well, this book right here, it's pretty good about all the different kinds and telling you, like, about them. It's a beautifully illustrated book. There's some really beautiful pictures, cute stories. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. All different types of fae that I didn't even realize there were such things as what are in here, but I keep seeing things, but I don't know if they're spirits or what. I know. Well, that's what happens to me too. Like, I'm used to seeing, hi, sweetheart. I'm used to seeing, things all the time, but when they're like little, like I'll see little things like peeking around the corner, you know, like, or in on my bookshelf, like peeking around the corner part of my bookshelf down towards the floor. And the first thing you think of is, oh, I bet it's a mouse. Hi. It's always the first thing I think is, oh, it's probably a mouse or something. And then it's not. But yeah. So the only thing I know to tell you to do if you are having fairies around, or fae, or whatever you want to call them, my recommendation is to leave them offerings and make a special little place for their offering tray. That means that intensity. If your candle burns completely clear, that's good. That means it was a successful spell and there shouldn't be any obstacles, that you're good to go. It's a good thing. Hi. Hi, anonymous blogger. I loved your video. You were so funny. And look at, I'm talking about a book. I give them cotton candy. Those little sweetheart things. They like those little tarts. Those little tarty, sour sweetheart things. I don't eat them, but they like those, and they love cotton candy. And stuff like that. Well, and you have cats. Your cat, you'll see your cats will be chasing something through the house. Cats will chase them down. They won't catch them, but they'll chase them. And I've seen a cat chase one through the house before, and I even had a picture of it, and now I can't find it. I don't know where my picture went, but I caught the fairy. It was yellowy, and it was flying through the house, and a cat was chasing it. It was at a friend of mine's house. Could the retrograde cause the opposite of the spell to happen? Only if you believe that, sweetheart. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Do you think your cats are weirdos and that they're running through the house like fucking maniacs because they're weird? They're probably chasing fairies. I know, it's crazy. Who believes in fairies? I do, because they're real. And they'll fuck with your shit, so you better be nice. I've had so many problems for years of important things that go missing. Even though yes, they'll do it. Usually they only do that, though, when they're trying to either, one, get your attention, or two, they know they're there and you're rude and you say rude things about them. You piss them off. Yeah. I put offerings out and they'll stop doing that. Do they affect dogs? Because one of mine does stuff like that. Probably. My dogs don't really chase them, but my dogs are kind of desensitized. I have a Fae altar and they treat me well. Absolutely. I have one too. They made me, you guys have heard my fairy story, but they made me do mine. They won't. But anyways, I had a client call me, and they're like, well, she's a client / witch, and some weird things were happening with her spells, and things were being moved and misplaced, and weird things happening to her spells that she was casting, and yeah, and it sounded like something a fairy would do. And so I asked her, is this happening and that happening? Is your cat running through the house like a maniac? I have a fae named Steven. Is that Steven? Or Straven? I can't see. Things used to disappear, and since I gave them an altar, things are great. Yeah, they're fine. They'll be fine as long as you acknowledge them and you respect them by putting up an altar and giving them, you know, sweets. They like sweets. They like plants. You know, if you can get like a little flower plant or some type of a tree or something, and I have my little, I guess, always up, and the little Tinkerbell fairy house is always set up by them. Yeah, that's cute. They like stuff like that. Hi, sweetie. They do. They like the little playhouses. My fairies got that Hello Kitty playhouse and they loved it. That's awesome. He likes Jack Daniels. Yeah, I know. Well, that's probably not fairies. That's probably those gnomes, huh? The gnomes are a little more mischievous than the fairies, I think. I think I have a few of those around, but they don't bother. They leave me alone, you know. But I do have an altar set up for them. Yep. You're gonna have to set it back up, find a spot just for them. Teaching, he said. You gotta find a nice place for them. They want me to set this whole site up over here for them. Nice. Integrate. Oh, and another thing I thought we should talk about is house cleansings. How to cleanse your house. Because it's come to my attention. It's come to my attention that some people are cleaning their house backwards. And then when you do that, you trap shit in instead of. I'm not going, I'm right here. You trap shit in. What did you say? I found it stashed in a drawer. My friend said it was an imp, not a fairy. Well, an imp is a form of a fairy. There's all kinds of them. If you get this book, you'll see there's so many different types of fairies. Just like for humans, we have a bunch of different nationalities. Well, there's all kinds of them. Hi, sweetheart. I need to dig them out and set them up again. Okay, skull and healing wand will appear again. There you go. But yeah, there's all kinds of them. Too many to talk about, like, and I don't really like talking about them too much. Because I always say things that piss them off and then they fuck with my shit and I get really annoyed. It's like a thing for me. I hate it when I can't find my shit. Like, I know that my crystal wand is right fucking there. I know that's where I keep it because it's a divider between that space and that space. And if I start talking shit about them, shit like that will go missing. And I'll just be like, everything will start falling apart. You just got to be careful. But anyways, so I wanted to talk about cleansing correctly, because one of my clients cleansed her house backwards, and she trapped shit in, and so now nothing good could get in, and all the bad stuff stays in, and then the spirits that she trapped in are super pissed off because they're trapped. She trapped them in her house, and now they can't get out. And so she like built this, trapped. They can't. And anyway, so now they're acting out in her house and torturing her and her family. But she did it herself because she's the one who trapped him in there, and anyways, it's a big thing. So I wanted to talk about that. So what I would recommend is, for one, research it, make sure what I'm saying is correct. But I always start from one end of the house, like the furthest end of the house, like down in my basement, in my room, in the corner. I'll start there, walk my way through there, go to the next room, start in the corner of there, walk my way through, like start at your ends, at the back ends of your house, and like lead everything, up, lead everything out. You can open windows if you want to. It's good to open the windows when you're cleansing, but you can't always do that. But if you can, open the doors and the windows and sage, and tell everything to get out. Cleanse it, tell everything to get out, follow it out, push it out, from the back ends up. Go through each room, cleanse it, push everything out of that room, the next room, just so on and so on, all throughout your whole house. Start at the furthest end up, okay? And then you could do outside. And then when you do outside, start at your furthest corner, or start next to your house, the furthest corner of your property line, and then go all the way around. Go all the way around. You know what I mean? But start in and work your way out. Otherwise, you're going to end up trapping shit in. Just saying. I saw people doing protection around their property. And I said, well, you did. That's good that you did protection around your property, but did you do the inside first? No. Well, why not? You're supposed to. So don't just, even cleansing can be dangerous if you don't do it correctly. And so please, if you're going to do any kind of magical workings, do your research first, more than just getting the recipe. And go, oh, well, how hard can it be? You just walk around with a feather and, or sprinkle some salt around. Who cares? How hard can it be? Well, if you don't do it right, then you fucked up and you just trapped a bunch of shit in your house, and now they're fucking pissed off and they're going to torment you and your family because you trapped them. So try to be careful and, just do a little research first and make sure you're doing it right. So I may have to go and do a house cleansing the correct way and open it, and anyways, it's all good. But yeah, and it's not just the one person, it's the whole thing. It's weird. It's like, how everything comes in waves. Like it'll be like, always 4 or 5 of the same kind of thing. And hi doll. So yeah. So the fae are coming out and people are cleansing their house and trapping shit inside because they did it backwards. So, be careful. Make sure you're doing it correctly. And oh, and another thing is I've had 3 people say that they tried to do castings on their own and it backfired on them. And I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. And one of the ladies is like really pissed off at me because I haven't replied to her because I don't know what you did. I don't know what type of magic you used. I don't know what spell you used. I don't know what day you did it on, what time it was when you did it. You know, I don't know what frame of mind you were in, like if you were pissed off and, you know, trying to do a love spell and you were angry and now everything went to shit. I don't know. I can only tell you what I do, my witchcraft. I don't know your witchcraft. Like, I wish I could help you guys cast your spells, but I can't because I'm not you and you're not me. And so it's really difficult. Everybody has their own energy and their own vibration level and their own path and their own everything. And, you know, if I was there with you and helping you cast it, then I could tell you what you did wrong or whatever. Well, maybe it was this or maybe it was that, but I can't do that for you because I don't know what you did. And so, and I don't even know if that's why, well, it probably is, but you know, it could be so many things. But yeah, she said, one of them said that everything's doing the opposite of what she wanted and all kinds of stuff. You start at the back of the house and work your way to the front door. Yes. Seal each room as you go. Yep. Start at the back room, the back of the room, and sweep everything to the front door. Seal each window. Yep. Yep. It's not hard to do it, but if you do it wrong, then you fucked up. So just all I really want to say is to please do your research before you do any type of practicing. Know what you're doing. Yeah, it's true. Even changing, you know, wording your spells wrong can fuck things up. Like, I don't even know how to do it that way. Like, okay, so what? You say something instead of saying, you don't love me anymore, I want you to love me, or something like that. You're putting negative in there. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you have to only say positive, try to say only positive. It's hard to do, but once you get into the swing of only saying positive things, sometimes I'll catch myself going, you know, you can only, or you will want to do this or something like that, instead of just saying you will do this. There's nothing wrong with saying you'll want to do it as long as you follow it up with you will. Because, or even saying you will is still, you know, I don't know. You just have to be careful how you word things. And there's just so much, there's so many different ways to do things, right and wrong. Hi, Grey Witch. You just got to be careful how you word it. And when you're cleansing, starting at the back of the house, working your way up, sweeping everything out. I want you to love me forever. You're going to always want them to love you. Mm-hmm. You did a lot of comeback last night. Yeah, I did. Because I was doing comeback love spells. That was what we want. That's what we want. Come back. Get your ass back over here. You will come back. You will be happy when you come back. You know, there's just a lot of things. You just, and if you say it like that, it's okay. Just keep going with it. I know this is weird, but read or watch The Secret. It talks about being careful with your words. Cool. Yeah. A lot of people will say things to me and it's not nice what they say. And then I say, don't you curse me like that. Like my boyfriend will say, you're going to get sick. And I'll say, don't fucking curse me with that bullshit. I'm not going to get sick. You're going to curses on you. That's speaking a curse on someone. And so don't accept it. I don't accept it when people say shit like that to me. And then I tell them, don't curse me. Yeah. She said, even say, you will love me forever instead of, I want you to love me forever. Yeah, you don't want them to do anything. You tell them you will. You do. You love me, you want me, you need me. You got to have me. You think of me all the time. You dream of me when I sleep. So on and so on. Yeah. People do that to me all the time, and then I always say, are you putting a curse on me right now with that? No, I'm not. I'm like, really? Because that's what you just did. That's a curse, and I don't accept it. But I think that people just don't realize that some of the things that they say is a curse. I don't think that they do it intentionally, but I always point it out because I think of that. I'm always like, that's a curse. You just cursed me. How dare you? And then they're like, no. Mm-hmm. You're just trying to get me in trouble. Nope. You just got yourself into trouble. I stopped them in not a nice way. Don't be speaking that negative in my life. I reject it immediately. I do too. I'm a total bitch about it. So what are the right words for what? To say positive and speak things into your life that you want. No maybes, no I want. Just speak positive. Do you say what? Do you say want instead of will? No, I say will instead of want. Or do, or you are, or who? Andrea. Are you on WhatsApp? No, I'm not, sweetheart. I've heard a few people. Hi! I've heard a few people talk about it, but I don't even know what it is. I've never even been on there. Let's see what this guy's saying real quick. He sounds interesting. Oh dear. Grey Witch is sending pictures of me. What's wrong with it, Grey Witch? I don't see it. I have stripes on my face. Speaking affirmation. You love me. You think of me? Yes. Don't ever say want or will. Just say and do. Yeah, will is kind of a catchy. It's a tricky one, but I say will because why would he say Mars? Oh gosh. Anyways, there's lots of different ways. You just gotta keep your intent straight. And sometimes I'll catch myself, it's hard to not or to always say it the right way. So if I say it the wrong way, then I'll correct it right away. I'll say it in all ways. Because then I feel like I'm getting him coming and going. He is forever, or she will, she is. Yes, speak in the present. I like to speak in the past, present, and the future, depending on the spell I'm doing. Lawmaker. No, I don't think I've never. There's no mistakes. Like I said, the only time that I considered it a mess up, even though it really wasn't a mess up, was for me. It was a mess up for my client, but I don't say will because isn't in the future. I command it now, but I'm not saying yours is wrong. Everyone has their own way. Absolutely, but I agree with you with that, though. I agree with you sometimes. What? Oh my goodness. I agree with you on that, though, but I think that I think that I think that I like to say it all, but it just depends on the spell and what I'm doing with it and where I want it to go. If I want it to affect every area in every aspect of the person's life, then I'll say all of it. I'll command it in the past, present, and the future to come to him, to haunt him, to affect him in every aspect, or her, or whatever the target is. But yeah, it just depends on the spell. But just be careful with your wording. And hang on, I'm talking to my person who's supposed to be getting rid of trolls. When you use taper chime candles, do you burn it right down all in one go, or burn it for 7 days? I usually burn them all the way down and then put another one on. It just depends on the spell again. When I use 7-day candles, I never put them out. They just go until they're done. And when I say I command, yeah. But yeah, so it just, whatever. It is what it is. And it just, if you're going to do it, please pay attention and do a little research first, you know. Don't be afraid to practice by any means, you know, but do your homework and make sure that that you're doing it correctly so that things don't backfire. I'm trying to think of a time that I ever had. The only time that I could think of right off the hand where I kind of fucked myself was when, so do I, it's so funny, is when I broke an imp off of a family, well, two of them, and I didn't have myself protected, and then they came after me. And I do shit like, I'm kind of reckless like that, but sometimes I do stuff always. I mean, I'm better now than I used to be. I used to just do it. And now I'm always protected now, but you know, that was the only time I could think of that shit backfired on me was when, you know, and the other time was when it backfired on my client was because she was just being, I don't know, she wanted to do a come to me love spell on an old roommate she had. She got him drunk one time, took advantage of him, and then he told her that he felt really guilty and sorry, and she thought it was funny because she was the one who did it to him. And then he told her that he couldn't live there anymore because he didn't want that to happen again, and that he was moving out, and he moved out, and he started his own company, and he was really successful and doing really good for himself. And she said that she didn't care, that she wanted his whole life destroyed to where he would have no one to come back to, no one to go to but her. And she wanted everything taken away from him. And I was like, wow, that's really fucking mean. He didn't do anything wrong to her. He never disrespected her. He was always a gentleman to her. He always was respectful to her, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I told her, I said, you don't want to do that spell. And she's like, yes, I do. And I want you to do it now and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, well, I don't feel right about it, you know, and he's never done anything to you and stuff like that. Anyways, it was a big thing. And so I did the spell for her, and then everything got taken away from her. Like, she went through 3 months of hell where she lost everything. And then she was like, okay, I see what I did, you know, and she like said she was sorry and blah, blah, blah. And then she had me do a prosperity spell for her, and then she got her life back, and now she's very successful working for a high-end corporation in New Zealand or something like that. And whatever, she's fine now, but she had to learn a lesson because she was just being a total bitch. And I don't care if she's watching, by the way. She can suck it, because it's true. Anyways. Canadian. Lessons taught. Yeah, I kind of laughed about it. I was like, because I knew it was going to happen. I tried to warn her. I tried to tell her. She wouldn't listen to me. So, yeah, criminals. Canadian criminals. I don't know. It depends. Like, I think it depends on, hi, honey. Like, I expect him to last forever, but if they do a ritual where to have it removed or whatever, then, or sometimes the person that, my client changes their mind. That happens a lot. Not a lot, but it does happen. It's been known to happen, periodically. But when that happens, then, obviously it gets broke. But the person will always be in love with the other person. Will always be thinking of them still. Always be comparing the other person to them, that kind of thing. They'll always have them in their mind. Does a binding take the effect right after, or does it build up? The binding's immediate. If I bind them together, they're being bound when I'm binding them. They might not realize it until later, but or feel it or have the effects of it. The effects will always be growing and growing and growing. I'm trying to think of a good people. So I'm trying to think of a good example for that. I have bound one person, one couple together, and she changed her mind, and I asked her if she wanted to like remove it or undo it or anything. She said, no, fuck him. Let him, want me forever. He deserves it after everything he did and blah, blah, blah. Even though I'm usually right away. Right away. But anyway, so like 2 years later, she found out that he was still obsessed with her. Like he randomly sent her a message or something saying that he's still in love with her, and that the day she gets divorced, that he wants her to, because she got married to some other guy and stuff. The day she gets divorced, he wants her to come back to him. Blah, blah, blah. So it's forever. 3 days of working. The spell starts to work on the first day after casting or after the 3 days. It just depends on the person. The effects will creep up. The effects will it starts right away. Like right away. As soon as when I'm doing the spell, my energy is connecting to their energy. And so it'll start working right away, but you won't see the effects until it's time to see the effects. Everyone's different. You can't say, how long is it going to take? I don't freaking know. It just depends on how much shit's in the way, how many spells are in place to get to this one result. Do we have to do a breakup first? Yeah. Just a bunch of stuff. Oh. That's interesting. But it's just everybody's different. Yeah, some people get stalkery, some people, it just depends. Let me see, what did you say, darling? When the client changes her mind and doesn't want the other person anymore, shouldn't the other person be unbound? Leaving them tormented isn't right. It's not right. I agree with you. But sometimes women who change their mind realize that a lot of times when that happens,
Man,
Dang, this guy is talking up a storm. Sometimes, okay, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of one of them where that happened. Okay, my client was pregnant 2 weeks from having her baby. She found out that her husband, I don't know. Anyway, she found out that her husband was having an affair with the lady at work. And the lady at work is the one who threw her baby shower. And that, anyways, that he had been having an affair with the lady at work. And then he left her before the baby was even born to go and be with this other lady, and that he was having the affair with, like right before she had the baby. He didn't even show up at the hospital for his child. Anyways, she stayed married to him 2 years of him cheating, and he would come over and mess around with her and then go back to his mistress, and then he even had another mistress for a while, and he was just a disgusting pig. And anyways, so she wanted him back, so we did a comeback love, and then right before he was getting ready to come back to her, she changed her mind and said that she didn't want him anymore, that he's not the same person he used to be, and that he deserves, whatever he gets. And so she just left him hanging. And so now he always makes up excuses to come over to the house to see the kids and, change light bulbs or whatever little stupid ass excuse he can come up with. And she always tells him, "What do you want? What are you doing here? And, you need to leave. This isn't your day to be here," or whatever, but just stuff like that. He deserves it, and I think a lot of times when that happens, they deserve it. And I don't give a shit. So I think that people think it's okay and that there's no consequences, and now all of a sudden there is consequences, and they're like, ooh, yeah, sometimes they deserve it. There are a few cases where women will want me to bind them to men who they have no claim to, and I just won't do it. I just say no, and then they get mad at me and throw fits and call me all kinds of names and say what a horrible witch I am, da 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 da. And yeah, and I don't care. I just tell them to fuck off and to remember who they're speaking to. And but yeah, I'm not gonna. If they don't deserve it, I won't do the spell. If I think they don't deserve it in my little mind, then I won't do it. But if I feel like they deserve it, then I do it. I was gonna do a lose it all curse before my comeback love. Yeah, sometimes I think that they need to lose everything to realize what they've done. Oh, whatever. You're so cute. I don't know. I don't have like I don't have a conscience about stuff like that, because I know that if it wasn't just, if there wasn't a reason for it, then it wouldn't be allowed to take hold of them. I mean, it would, but you know what I mean? Like, I always have that little thought in there that, well, like the one chick who wants me to break up that family for her just because she had a crush on some guy in the office. No, I'm not destroying his family because you had a crush on some guy in the office. I'm not doing it. hurt me. I can't get over him and I need your help. He wants to stay friends, but now he just stopped all contact. You can email me, sweetie. Email me at bluewitch379@gmail.com and we'll talk about it. Yep. I think that there's a really good book on justified anger and justified curses. What is it called? Let me see. No. I'll have to try to find it. But I know it's right here somewhere. But it's a really good book on how justifying your anger. Like it talks about like women who've been raped and then the guy got away with it. Things like that. Fucking destroy him, you know. I don't think that's right. And the fact that a guy is cheating on his family doesn't mean that he wants to leave his family for you. No magic is going to beat that love bond that he has. With my family, that's just my opinion. Yeah, but the thing is, if a guy is cheating on his wife and kids, then the mistress has in my opinion, has a hold on him. She has a right. He has given her the right to want him to leave and expecting, and he's probably even told her that he will do that. But if you just have a little office crush and he's never fooled around with you or been on a date with you or done anything against his family, then why in the world would I do a spell for you to destroy his family just so that you could have some guy you had a crush on in the office? I'm just not going to do it. You know, and if you want to be mad at me, that's fine. Fucking get over it. You know, I don't care. I'm not trying to be like the judge, but it's my witchcraft. And if I don't want to fucking do it because I don't feel like it's right, then I'm not going to do it. And I don't care how much money you want to throw at me. I don't care. Go to another witch. You know, there's lots that will take your money and do a spell for you. Don't care. So, that's that. Oh, so what do you guys think about my idea that I posted on Facebook about doing random calls, like to whoever? Blue Witch, what are your thoughts about the the feces spell? What kind of is it? Kind of a banishing spell? Well, I know about the feces spell, but I have to tell you a secret. I've never done it. I agree, but do what you want. That's just my opinion. I feel like if they don't actually love you, the love spell won't work. Nope. And yay. So you guys think it would be fun to do that? To like just call, like to get on Messenger? Of course it would have to be people on the Coven Friends page because that's, you know, for YouTube friends. And then I think it would be funny. I'm all for the random spot messenger call. Cool! That'd be fun. But like, I only want to do it like once a week, like one day a week out of all the, the live chats, so that everyone will know, oh shit, I wonder if she's going to like call me today. It would be fun to put people on the spot and catch them when they're like just waking up with their hair off. Be very fun. It'd be awesome. It would be funny. I think so. We do it to Grey Witch all the time, so it's only fair. Don't you think? I think so. So what day do you guys want to do it? Do you guys want to do it like on Friday or Saturday? What day do you guys think we should do it? Let me see what she said here. She said, transformation. Da, 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 da. It would be so funny. Probably maybe Friday. I like Friday. I got that new Prada candy. The white one. I got both of them. I got the pink and the white. Like me the other night. Exactly. Oh, and you should see Grey Witch sometimes when, well, he does it to me too. We both do it to each other, but yeah, we catch each other and I'm always just like, what's up? Whatever, I might call you. You never know. It would be fun. I think it would be good fun. We'll do it. We'll give it a try. We'll see if it's a success or not. So we only had one person post a video, and he just showed how easy it is to do a video. So you guys need to be popping up those videos because we only have 4 days. And it was funny. And he was making fun of me about my books. With Mark Ellen Smith. And how they are for advanced witches. And if you're not an advanced witch, then I don't recommend you get them. So yeah. Every Friday, I will call one random person on the live chat. So be expecting it. Only one person though. I can't get signal for it as soon as I answer those calls get dropped. Oh, dang it. I'm too chicken to do the video. Oh, come on. Wear a mask. No one will know. I do this every day. You can do it. I know you can. What does it say? Kelly, how are you on now? Oh. She's calling you out, Kelly. She's calling you out. Yeah. Are you saying you can't be on YouTube and on Messenger at the same time? Oh, she's saying she keeps getting kicked off though. Well, if you get kicked off, you get kicked off. Yeah, and you're gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, you're lucky you just didn't catch me naked. Ooh! Grey Witch. Yes, I am lucky. Don't get him started. Make a video. I do too. But he won't do it. But really, we could just... Never mind. I'm not going to say that. But... I know. He needs to do one, but he won't. I don't want to. You just want people to laugh at me. Yes, I do. Because that would be fun. just want to have fun. Do it. Nope. He's like, nope. Mm-mm. It would be awesome. You could get like a platinum wig, like from the dollar store. I have to get my blonde wig, then I will be ready. Well, you better get on the ball. You're running out of time. I'm going to do it on the 29th because that's my anniversary. My YouTube anniversary. That's the whole purpose. Let's see. Yeah, do it. You get a hat. You could win a hat. You get a hat. You get presents from the Blue Witch. That's what you get. No. That's the whole idea. I don't care. Do it up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to get like the wigs, but does the dollar store has the Halloween wigs? Everybody's got the wigs out right now. Go for it. And look at Anonymous Blogger. He did one and he didn't have the hair. He didn't do anything like that. He just, hey YouTube, what's up? It was funny. I laughed my ass off. I just joined the friends group. Perfect. Do it. Prophecy. Oh, processing. Yeah, you guys totally do it. But yeah, he just found out about it, and then an hour later he had a video up. So apparently I'm a really easy person to impersonate. No, I won't get mad. I promise. That's the whole idea, is to be extreme. And you give me shit all the time, Grey Witch, so you should just do it. It would be fun. And you even have a witchy shop, so I'm too old school. Oh, whatever. You are not. So you won't make Hecate remove us? No. I won't. There will be no repercussions. It's a contest. You could win a hat. You could either win a Hecate, Lucifer, or Belial hat. Yeah. But yeah, he doesn't want to do it, so that's fine. He can just pay for his hat. Voluntary imply processing. The Blue Witch roast. I know, right? Even better, because you guys will be like doing a video pretending to be me. So Hecate is a judge as well. Laughing at that. Yeah. Well, she'll see everything. She'll probably help you. And oh man, all three of those are the ones I work with. Mine is Hecate. I'm having a hard time connecting with her. Well, Yeah, you can't push her. You're just going to have to, like, just do your thing and let her come to you. Because you can't, like, try to invoke her or evoke her because she'll get pissed off, you know? She doesn't like people to be, like, you know, trying to force her to do things. If she comes to you, she wants to come to you, she'll come to you. She's that kind of, you know, goddess. But yeah, she's badass. So just work with what you got, and I'm sure she's keeping an eye on you. She keeps an eye on me. She watches me all the time. Yeah. Yeah, we have a friend. Well, she's not a friend, but we know of a person. Not saying any names, but I don't even know if it's fair to say she's doing it, because I don't know that she's doing it. I just have a little suspicion that she's doing it. But I don't even know if I want to address this. Let's just say this person tried to go against her or around her because she was pissed off at this person for doing stuff to her children that she didn't like. And now this person is having all kinds of problems. First, they had all their abilities taken away, and then just their whole life was just crumbling apart, and it's really pathetic. And they're sick all the time, and blah, 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 and it's just really bad. And it's just like, oh, well, shit. You pissed someone off, didn't ya? So yeah, just if you're gonna, work with her, you just need to make sure it's on her terms, not yours. So kind of like that. Is it a she? I can't tell you. It's a he, she. It's a he and a she, and a he and a she. I can't tell you. It's a secret. I don't like to talk shit. I like to tell you guys things to give you examples, but it doesn't matter. I just watched your get a person to contact you video. What do you put in the honey jar? Just honey, their name on a jar. Thanks in advance. Is it the same person? Yeah, you know who it is. She doesn't play. No, she don't fuck around. For the comment, that video that I did, gosh, that's been like a year ago or something, right? Yeah, in the honey jars, you can put, let me think what I had in his honey jar. I had, I had DNA. I had hair. And I had that wrapped up in a tissue in there, in the honey, and I had some love herbs and some domination manifestation herbs. And I had it all wrapped up with the DNA and then stuffed it in there. And yeah, and mostly that is just about that honey jar is just a way for you to connect to that person's energy. And then when you put the candle on, it helps you to focus on the connection you have. And so when you put that candle on, you're focused to that person, to that connection you have, to that person in the jar, whoever, and then you tell them what you want. Call me. You want to call me. Things like that. Whatever you want. I want flowers. Bring me flowers. What if I don't have DNA? You don't have to have DNA. You could just do a picture. You can do... Aww. Oh, that's so sweet. He turned off because he was saying things he didn't want you guys to hear. Can you do that while having your casting going on, or is it best not to interfere? Oh, and is a honey jar kami okay to do with my baby? Man, that is a lot of questions in there. Okay. Can I do... Okay, wait. Okay, let's see. That's awesome. What if you don't have to have DNA? Well, I should... Let me be clear. Let me clarify on that. The Blue Witch, I don't have to have DNA. I can't say that other witches don't have to have it. Many, many witches have to have it. I do not. And I'm not bragging or I'm just saying I don't have to have it. Okay, can you do that while having your casting going on? Yeah. It's different. It's a honey jar is just, I don't know. Probably you might want to wait like a week. Let your spell do its thing for like a week. You don't want to have interference or whatever. I might even wait a full moon cycle, to be honest. Just because, not because I think it would fuck up your spell, but just because it's too much energy. And you don't want it to conflict with what your original spell is doing. Like, you don't want to be like having your spell working in this area and then you're on your honey jar going, I want this, do feel this way, feel that way, and then it's countering what your spell is trying to do. You know what I mean? Like, I would wait a full moon cycle, to be honest with you. But and it's okay. And then your next one was, or is it best to not interfere? Yeah. Oh, and is the honey jar / kami okay to do with a baby? To do while you're pregnant? Yes, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with doing a honey jar when you're pregnant. The only thing that you're doing with a honey jar is you're putting them in a honey jar and then you're connecting to his energy and saying, be nice, be happy, call me, feel better about the situation, relax, whatever it is that you're trying to get out of him to not be such a jerk. Whoa, that's a trip. What is that robotic voice in the background? It's my ghost radio. Yeah. Hi. You always get on right before I'm gonna get off. Why do you do that? Plastic. Waiting for this video to start popping up, you guys. What about telling the honey jar, love you can't live without me? You can tell it whatever you want. It's your honey jar. It's okay, sweetie. I was just teasing. It's all good. But yeah, I think that honey... Is it raining? I think that honey jars are awesome. And they're just a nice way. I think sometimes we always go straight to, well, fuck him, do a freezer spell, kind of thing. Well, sometimes it's better to do honey. Some people, it's all about what gets to them best. Do they respond better to sweetness? Most people do. Not all people do, but like in that type of a situation, instead of putting his ass in the freezer and fucking him up or whatever, it might be better to stick him in honey. Southeast. Okay, let's see. What did you say? Write that about their name on the petition. Don't lift the pen as you write it. Do you burn candles on those? I do all the time. I sure do. I have 4 clients' honey jars that they have me keep. And whenever they have a situation, they'll just put money in my PayPal account and tell me to put a candle on that because I need this, this, and this. And then I do it. And they're like, thank you. Need to give energy again to start a new jar. Okay, if you have a honey jar, but the effects slow down, is there a way to give it energy again or start a new jar? On mine, I burned all kinds of colors. It just depended on what energy I was putting into it. If I was mad and I wanted him to feel that I was fucking mad, I'd burn a black candle and tell him I was fucking mad. If I wanted him to give me money, then I would put a green candle on it and say, give me money. Or whatever the case, whatever. If I wanted him to send me roses or flowers or whatever, if I wanted him to do whatever I wanted him to do, I would put that candle on there and then say it. But that's just me. That's just how I worked my specific honey jar. On a honey jar, I had no idea. Yeah. I made his whole family fall in love with me and be nice to me, even though they were Christians and I'm a witch. And so before I even met them, his whole family was in a fucking honey jar. And they all love me. So, you just do however you want to do it. It's your magic. But when I do it, that's how I do it. If you have a honey jar, but the effects slowed down, I would put more intent in it. You don't have to, I wouldn't change out the honey, but I would put crystals on it or put crystals all around it. Let the crystals sit on it, all around it, against it. Meditate with it. Put your intent into it. Talk to it. Tell it what you want, what kind of energy you want to put in there. Keep it charged in that way with your energy and your intent and your crystals. And that's what I do. That's how I would keep it alive. Or keep it on Hecate's altar or whatever, whoever you work with's altar with crystals. Oh, absolutely you can. It's a connection to that person. And so just tap, tap, tap on their subconscious, But yeah, they're my clients. Honey jars are right over there. And so, yeah, they'll just be like, oh, by the way, I just put some money in your PayPal account. I need you to burn this color on this and he's being a total douchebag and we got in a big fight and yada yada, whatever. Or I want to go on vacation and he doesn't want to go. I need him to change his mind. That was the last one I did, was a vacation one where she wanted to go on vacation and he didn't want to go. And so she wanted me to put an orange candle on there to make him want to go on vacation. So I did. And they went on vacation. But yeah, so instead of, and then one of my clients that I have, she's really smart. And whenever he does something that really pisses her off, instead of getting in a big old fat fight with him, she'll just have me put a candle on there and she'll just be like, I don't want to fight about this. Could you just tell me it's stupid and fucking annoying and to not do it again, please? And I'm like, cool. And then she doesn't have to fight about it and he stops doing it. And so, yeah, it's a thing. Mm-hmm. We do it. Yeah. Honey jars are a great thing when you're married or you're in a committed relationship. And, I have students who were being bullied at school that, we tried putting them in the freezer and it didn't work for very long. And so then we said, well, maybe they'll respond better to honey. And then we put them in the honey jar and now they're all friends. So, you know, a lot of times people won't always respond as well to, you know, the freezer. They respond better. It's okay. They respond better to honey than I'm putting your ass in the freezer all the time. What? All right, you guys, I'm 1 hour and 22 minutes. So I'm going to get off here. I only have one spell to do today and one spell to do tomorrow. Tonight I'm doing a prosperity spell. And then tomorrow I am doing a breakup curse. And that is it. So I will let you guys go. And let me see. Is it bad if it angers me when people say mean things to you because you do lots for everyone? No, it's not bad. Nothing you do is bad. Have a good night and thanks for the clarification. And thank you for all the lessons tonight. Hugs and good night. All right, guys, I will see you in like an hour to do prosperity. And I love you all. And thank you for liking and subscribing. And don't forget to enter your Blue Witch impersonation video on Blue Witch Coven Friends Facebook page. And I'll be saying who wins that on October 29th. Good night. And Loop, I'm going to call you right now, so I hope you're okay with that. Bye.